Hi, I'm Chanel, and welcome to part 1 of drawing in Photoshop. In this video, I'm going to show you the basics of line arting a sketch in Photoshop, which means just drawing the black lines of the drawing. Part 2 will be about colouring and shading, so that'll follow on from this one. Let's go! Step 1 is doing the sketch. You don't actually have to do an original base sketch, but I prefer to do that just so I have something to work from when I'm using Photoshop. So here you can see I'm trying to draw, and it's terrible. Let's try again. I'm trying to draw Cat Noir, by the way, and that's a character off Miraculous Ladybug. I haven't actually seen that many episodes of it myself, but I have some little sisters who are quite fond of it, so yeah, I kind of enjoy just drawing it. It's just fun. Okay, next, it's really handy to have a drawing tablet, and of course you can do it with a mouse if you want, but a tablet really helps a lot. Not necessary, just really useful. Okay, I take a picture of my sketch, and then I just, yep, it's fine, just zap it onto the computer, boop. Alrighty, so you've got the computer going now, you've got your reference picture, I use this one. Time to open Photoshop. Woo. Just grab the picture, don't look at all my stuff, please. No, look at that kitty. And lighting's weird on my phone. Okay. I didn't even scan it, I just took a picture on my phone as you saw before. That is all I need. Don't be daunted, this is Photoshop CC. It is pretty fancy, but I'm going to be showing you things that you can do with any Photoshop pretty much. I mean, I think I started using Photoshop 5.0 and honestly I'm still doing the same things, so don't stress. Okay, so it's very nice to get a sketch. I'm sure you can get this far. The next stage is, of course, getting the lines and getting the color. In Photoshop, we work with layers, and I love layers. I didn't understand them at first, but I think once you've got it, you're away laughing, and I'll try and make it as straightforward as possible. So here, first you can see this background, it's locked. To unlock it, which we want to do, double click, and I might name it the sketch layer. Oops, layer. Okay, and next I'm going to make a new layer. So I'm using this button here. Boom. And I'm going to make that just a white back layer. It's not white, obviously. But if you see, I've got white here. Hello, white. I'm going to use the paint bucket tool, and Photoshop has this, there's all these horrible looking tools everywhere. This one here is on gradient, but if I right click I can get the paint bucket tool, and we know paint bucket tool, I'm sure. So paint bucket tool. Did I ruin my drawing? No, it's a layer. Cool, so I'm going to put this one underneath. Now this one's on top. Yeah, cool. However, I want this to be really light because I'm going to draw on top of this. I'm going to do the nice computer lines, not my horrible sketch lines. So we've got this opacity here. How much of it you can see. So if I make it lighter, it's starting to disappear. Now it's gone. Maybe I can see a little bit here. I don't really need to see the lines that clearly. Maybe here's fine. Cool. So now I can draw on top of those. Not on this layer though. I need to make a new layer. New layer. Boom. Okay. So you can see I've got white still here. I don't want to make white lines. I want to make black lines. So get the black. There you go. That looks pretty black to me. Nice. Okay. And look, we've already gotten onto the brush. This is the brush icon. And there are lots and lots of different brushes. You could spend forever looking at the different brushes. This is where you can see them all. I use mine as words, but you can look at them like thumbnails, see what kind of brush you'll get, or you could do the stroke, see what kind of stroke you'll get. For me, I like this one. I think it's the hard around pressure size. So it means if I push hard with my pen, I'll get slightly bigger or thinner lines. Yep. Right, to undo, of course, you can do Control Z if you're on Windows or Command Z if you're on Mac. that'll only take you one step back. So you can see the shortcut here. Undo, Command Z for me, I'm on a Mac. Or to do more, it should be Alt Command Z. On Windows, Alt Control Z. So I'm just going to do that. We go boom, boom, undo, undo. And that's one beautiful thing. Conversely, if I just make a total mess of this layer, I can just make this layer disappear. I can hide it. Yep, or I can delete it. Oop. Oh my gosh, there's so much. Where is delete? There it is. And of course, you could also just simply drag it into this little guy. So there's lots of little tricks to make it faster, but let's move on. So, got my layer, make a new layer, and this is going to be my black line layer. It's a good idea to name your layers when you're starting out, just so you don't accidentally draw on the wrong one. To make sure you don't draw on this one, you can lock it. You can lock these. That means you can't do anything. Oh, nope, okay. Doesn't like that. So, lock it, and then you can't draw on that layer. That means I can only draw on this one. So, let's try this, shall we? I'm gonna zoom in. There is a zoom thing here, this guy. I prefer, oops, did I put a dot on your head? Okay. For me, of course, I just go Command plus. You can go Control plus if you're on Windows. So, I can see clearly. Oops, hello. And of course, we can have a look. We can move it around. Where's the hand tool? Is that the hand? Yeah. Hand tool means I can move it around. My shortcut is holding the space bar. So if I get my paintbrush, I can hold spacebar, move it, but I'm still in my paintbrush. So that's nice. Okay, time for drawing, right? Bet you're excited for this. Well, it's not as exciting as you'd think. Alright, let's go. Cat Noir. Oops. So this is probably one of the more boring parts to watch. Fun to do, boring to watch. So, okay, I've got this really big brush. I want to make it smaller. So you can just go here and change the size here. Or if you want a shortcut, you can push the square bracket icons and they'll go smaller, 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 smaller. Get bigger, 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 bigger. Smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger. Yep. Shortcuts are great. It's worth learning them. So, here we go. Okay, so I just pushed E. E is for the eraser. I want to be on the same brush, so that's the hard, round pressure size. That's good for line arting, I find. I'm just going to undo that a bit. With a massive brush, smaller, so that square bracket. Okay. I don't usually line art so thick. To be honest, I usually use a different brush. But I think a lot of people like to draw like this. Oh, mine's so messy. Oh gosh. Oops. Maybe just a bit here. So I push B for brush, E for eraser. Pretty straightforward. I find that chibis are really fun and easy to draw. Chibis being these small squashed people with giant heads and tiny bodies. They're good fun because you just draw giant eyes and a giant head, and it's just easy to learn how to do them better than actual people who have actual proportions you got to get right. I'm still learning about those. So you can see there's a lot of trial and error in this kind of thing. That looks good to me. Oops. No. I could go on all day. So yeah, it's not an easy process. Don't let anybody tell you drawing is easy, because we all know it's not actually as straightforward as it should be. The point is that it's doable. It just takes lots of time to be satisfied with what we do. At least that's what I think. Now at this point you might say, hey Chanel, what about the hair? Like, the hair's gonna go over here. And for me, I think it's nice to make a new layer on top. So watch this magic, it's awesome. New layer. Okay. Hey, it's on eraser, sorry. Okay, if I swipe here, and I swipe here, what am I saying swipe? If I stroke here, stroke. Okay, and look at this mess. Let's clean that up with the eraser. And I've got these lines here, but luckily I can just get rid of them here. Do you see what happens here? I'm using the second layer. So this is just that here. If I look at the black line layer, I can get rid of all the lines on here that I want to. Oh, perfect. So let's make this layer the lines here layer. Layer. Cool. This bit's a bit messy, so you could spend forever just polishing this kind of thing. I'm not going to. I don't have time. Here you just have to watch what you're doing. Just tidy it up, tidy it up. I'll try to make this fast. This is one of my favorite things about drawing. Hang on, let's check his hair again. Where are you, mate? Hello, Cat Noir. Alright, I might just have a wee look at him. Let's just pop him there. Okay, so here's Cat Noir. I'm just checking his hair. Checking what I'm doing here with his hair. Yeah. As you can see, I don't really want all this mask here. I'm just going to erase that because it's really annoying me. So that's on the black line layer, that normal layer. Not my hair layer. My hair layer is safe. Okay, back to line hair layer. So it's just a matter of stroke, undo. It's quite therapeutic. He does have pretty weird hair, admit it. No one's hair is really that flicky, unless it's really well styled. Which it very well could be. He's supposed to be a model, right? Attach those lines. So I'm just going E and B, erase, brush, erase, brush. I have been doing this a few years now, so I really hope this is all making sense. Yeah, don't freak out if it's really painful and hard because it starts off that way. Oh, zoom, zoom. So again, that zoom is just Command plus or Control plus. I might go back to my original layer and just draw in a little wee nose. Oh, it's adorable. First go. It's got a bell. Oh my gosh. So you'll enjoy trying to draw circles. There are easier ways to do it, but I like to draw it. So just a lot of erasing and drawing. You just follow your lines that you got there. I say as I just make new lines. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Oh, okay. This is the rotate button that I accidentally pushed. R for rotate, so B for brush, R for rotate, and you can go wee in the newer versions of Photoshop. Unfortunately with older ones you can't, it's a bit sad, so I'm just gonna click reset view, back to normal. Okay, let's just fix that up. That's miles away. Oh, this is something useful. I pushed L then, so B for brush, L for lasso, and that's this key here. There's different kinds of lassos you can use. The hand-drawn one. I'll just deselect that, Command D or Control D if you're curious. One I really love is the polygonal. Don't ask what my occupation is, please. Lasso, where you can just lasso. Oh my god, don't listen to me. Where you can just select using this, which is awesome. Boop. I have it on selecting extra, so you can just select heaps of stuff at once, even if you make a mistake. Okay, so I'm gonna just move that along. Move it along. Great. Oh, perfect. To deselect, Command D. It's very nice. L for lasso. Command D for deselect. Okay, B for brush. So I'm going to zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Okay, and then what you can do is just push or click the eye on the sketch layer. So you're going to hide it, and now we're going to look at what we've got. Okay, so I mean, I can see some mistakes, and I want to fix them. So I've got all these different layers, which is kind of, you know, different. I'm just gonna fix up what I need to here. So his chin is a bit wide. Oh, look at that. Not even making a mess of the hair. I can just be like, no problem. No problem. Could spend forever doing this, you see? Forever. Oh yes, one other thing to remember. It doesn't usually look good until it's done. I think that's a really important thing to keep remembering when you're drawing, and then you know, you will think, oh my gosh, this is ugly, I just want to just delete it, it's the worst, I suck at drawing. Don't let your voice in your head tell you these things. Just be patient, see it through. If you stick it out, often it will end up pretty decent. You just gotta not let that voice win. And I know what it's like, believe me. But don't give up drawing. Don't do it. Put in the work and become awesome. That's what you want to do. That's definitely what you want to do. Okay, that's better. Yeah, looks good, maybe. Let's roll with it. Okay, so you've got all your lines, and they're on these layers. I just want one lines layer, so the trick is to merge the layers. Start with the top layer. You can click layer up here, and you want to merge. Merge down. The key is Command E, so you just, or Control E. Boom. Now the hair and the ears on the same layer. Haha. Now I want to do it again, so I'm just going to go, I can do it here I suppose. You can click here or Command E, boom, and now they're all on the same layer. Nice. Okay, I hope that was relatively useful. This is a stage where you've got the lines, and of course the next one would be doing the colors, so I will put a video up very soon on how to do that, and I hope after all of that you'll be able to produce something really cool. Something satisfying. Okay, thanks for watching. Chanel over and out.